My name is Gary Lane. I'm the International News Director here at CBN News, also a Chief International Correspondent. I've been working for CBN for almost 30 years now, traveling around the world, and I get many people that ask me, what does it take to be a foreign correspondent, an international reporter? And believe me, it isn't the same as working domestically. But one of the first things you need to do is make sure you have a passport. If your trip is coming up within a couple of weeks, make sure you give yourself enough time to get that passport. Advance time, 6 to 8 weeks would be the minimum. Of course, you can do a rush sometimes, that costs you more. But you have to have a valid passport. Then you have to look at what country you're traveling to. If it's in many parts of Europe, you'll find that you don't need a visa for those countries. But many countries you do need a visa, and there are different requirements depending on what country you're going to. So you need to look online and check and find out what the requirements are. But one thing that I think you need to consider is, what is the culture like in the country that you're going to? Do a little research in advance. And there are many cultural differences. You don't want to go into a location and have the people there insulted by you. You want to put them at ease. You want to show them you're their friend. You want to do a good job of gathering the story and presenting that story. And if you're distracted by people being insulted and upset with you, that isn't good for anyone. It's not good for your story, not good for relations with them, and maybe future possibilities of going into that country. So check the cultural differences. Do a little research. For example, let me just give you a few examples. You know, I made a mistake early on in my time in the Middle East back in 1984. I gave someone this symbol when I said, thumbs up, good job. Did you know in the Middle East that's an insult? That is the same as raising in America your middle finger to someone. You don't do that in the Middle East. Another one in the Middle East. Many Americans are very casual in the way that we sit and present ourselves when we're doing an interview or just a pre-interview and meeting with someone, sharing coffee or something. Arabs are very hospitable, but did you know if you show them the bottom of your foot as you're sitting, and we often cross our legs, and if you show the bottom of your foot, that is an insult in the Middle East. You do not want to show someone the bottom of your shoe or your foot. Keep your feet on the ground, or make sure if you cross your legs it is not facing someone. In Africa, lose your watch. Many countries in Africa, people are not as sensitive to time. And you know, we're very punctual in the United States, other Western cultures, many cultures around the world, places like Asia and Africa, they don't care about time. It's very easy for a reporter to get uptight and to worry about punctuality, but I've learned that you have to sometimes just go with the flow and prepare accordingly. If it takes you one day to shoot an entire story here in the United States, consider it may take 2 or 3 to do that same story in another country. You have to build in those differences, be sensitive to the cultures, and as Christians, when you're done with your interview, let the people know you really care about them. Ask if you can pray for them. Many Muslims I've done that with as well. Refugees in Lebanon, Syrian refugees there, go into their tents. They share their story. They want to know you care about them, that you're not just going in there to exploit them or just to get the information and leave. We want to help you. We care about you. So I always ask them, can I pray for you? And you know what? I've never had a Muslim say, no, do not pray for me. But I've also told them, look, I'm a follower of Jesus. I am going to pray in Jesus' name. Is that okay? They've never said no either, because they know who Jesus is, maybe not in the same way that you and I do. They know him as a prophet. We know him as the Son of God, as God himself.
Several Christians joined Rasim in the mosque and prayed for an elderly Muslim man named Bakram. He could barely walk. He had broken his knee, and it hadn't healed properly. And after the prayer,
Bakram was healed and he started dancing and was very happy.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
There's a miracle in the mosque.
So be sensitive to the cultural issues and pray. Show them the love of Christ, and you'll succeed in your reporting internationally. I'm Gary Lane. Thanks for listening.